Office of Profit criteria, which saw 20 MLAs from Aam Aadmi Party being disqualified, has been invoked by the party to question the BJP government in Madhya Pradesh. Now, even as the 20 disqualified MLAs move the Delhi High Court against the order, the party's MP unit has claimed at least 116 of the 165 MLAs in the Shivraj Singh Chauhan government should be disqualified on the same grounds. This is the demand the Aam Aadmi Party made nearly 2 years ago, but has written to the Election Commission once again asking for a relook into the issue. Now, this may be a political strike to hit back at the BJP and attempt to corner the EC. But how much merit do both claims have? And is it time to examine the Office of Profit rules more closely? To speak on this, I'm joined this evening by T.S. Krishnamurthy, former Chief Election Commissioner of India. We also have Narendra, Taneja, spokesperson of the BJP, and Alok Agarwal, Aam Aadmi Party leader from Madhya Pradesh, who has in fact written that letter to the Election Commission. Welcome all to Prime Time Debate. Mr. Agarwal, I'm going to start with you and ask why you've suddenly remembered this letter you wrote earlier. Is this an attempt to say that if you're going to disqualify us, apply the same rules to a BJP-run state?
Look, that we filed this complaint on 4th of July 2016, and we requested the governor of Madhya Pradesh that you look into that. There are 116 MLAs who are posted on Office of Profit posts. It's Jan Bhagidari Samiti. They are Jan Bhagidari Samiti president in different colleges, and we asked them. We requested the governor to disqualify them. For 1.5 years, we have been requesting them, and every time we have received this answer that this is under process. Now, few days back, when Aam Aadmi Party MLAs were disqualified, and there is a difference. Like these, all these 116 MLAs are entitled to bhattas, different perks, which makes their office as Office of Profit. But in the case of our 20 AAP MLAs, they were not entitled to any allowances or anything else. So now there is a clear case of discrimination, and after this disqualification, we again went to the Election Commission yesterday, and we asked them that if you are taking such actions against AAP MLAs, you should also take action against these 160 MLAs of BJP.
All right, Mr. Agarwal, your MLAs are in fact fighting that out in court as well. But I want to come to T.S. Krishnamurthy here to understand the rules and, just to comment on how this situation, Mr. Krishnamurthy, has unfortunately led to political parties pointing fingers at the Election Commission, which perhaps is, a real big downside of this political fight.
No, as far as the Election Commission is concerned, it has always been subject to some criticism or the other by those parties who have got a grievance against the result or decision taken. But the matter relating to Madhya Pradesh, I don't have the full facts to say whether they are comparable or similar. So on that, I may not be able to give my opinion. But I agree with you that some urgent need is there to look at the law relating to Office of Profit. Whether it is necessary, if so, whether it requires to be changed, because every legislature passes and exempts so many, positions as exempt from Office of Profit. What is the purpose of Office of Profit? You should not be a legislator and at the same time derive some benefit as a result of, holding a post or so. So it is necessary. Now, whether such a law is required, whether the government should have the freedom to do it or not, or whether any restrictions have to be imposed, I entirely agree that I think the time has come for them to study the whole practice relating to the Office of Profit and whether there is any change is required.
No, in fact, we'll come to the Office of Profit and whether it still, has validity in this time. What is the purpose of it? We'll come to that in a little more detail. But Mr. Krishnamurthy, I do want your comment on the contrasting situations in Delhi and Madhya Pradesh. In Delhi now, there is an order of disqualification and there is a challenge to it in the High Court, so it is a sub judice matter. But the primary argument by the Aam Aadmi Party is that they did not get a fair hearing and that their parliamentary secretaries did not take any salaries at all. Do you think that that makes it any easier for them?
No, as far as the present case is concerned, relating to Delhi, an order has been passed. I mean, a recommendation has been given by the Election Commission, and the President has agreed with that finding. So on facts, I don't think we have any doubts about it. The legal aspect of it, I'm not in a position to say whether the Madhya Pradesh case is similar to this or not. But, you see, Madhya Pradesh case has not been referred to the Election Commission. You have to bear in mind, unless and until it is referred to the Election Commission and the Election Commission gives its opinion, where is the question of discrimination here? I don't know.
Okay, that's a very key point, and I'll get Alok Agarwal to comment on that, but just in a bit. I have Narendra Taneja back with me. And Mr. Taneja, just the basic point that if office of profit rules apply to, and they do clearly as per the EC, to 20 MLAs of the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, why not to 116 MLAs in Madhya Pradesh?
No, I think, first of all, the Delhi case was, to the best of my information, was very different in the sense there was an independent advocate who had gone to the President, then President Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, who used to be a tall leader of the Congress party, as we all know. So he in turn sent it to the Election Commission. And the Election Commission, the way we say is a quasi-judicial body, independent body, they did their own work. And the reports I've seen in the newspaper, they also asked Aam Aadmi Party people to come, give their clarifications or whatever this thing, and they probably did in some cases. That's the newspaper reports I've seen. After that, EC sent it back to the President, and the President took a call on that based on the recommendation from the Election Commissions, and the rest is history, as they say. In between, the Aam Aadmi Party has also gone to the High Court, and what High Court said, we also know that. When they first went to High Court, the matter was quashed there, as we all know that. In terms of that, was because there is a in our country there's law, there is systems, there are organizations, we got to respect them.
That's fine, Mr. Taneja, I'm not asking you to tell me about the whole process of what happened in Delhi.
No.
My question is, shouldn't the same rules apply to Madhya Pradesh, sir?
This is precisely what I'm coming to. I'm just coming to the problem is that you are looking at Delhi and Madhya Pradesh as a similar situation when it is not. Situations, that's why I was trying to give you a little bit of background. The situation is very different. In Rajasthan, yesterday the situation was different. When you look at the history, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of examples. So it depends, because there is no kind of precise definition of office of profit. So the matter goes to court, the matter goes to Election Commission, and they take a call on the issue. In case of Delhi, you went to the President involved Election Commission, and the rest, as we all know what happened after that. So if the problem is that Aam Aadmi Party and some of those, their sympathizers, they are suggesting, it's a kind of, BJP involvement, that EC has done it at the behest of, Bharatiya Janata Party. That's all nonsense. You see, then they can even say that we were behind the election of Chinese president when the party Congress took place. Aam Aadmi Party can go to any extent, because they're attacking even the President of India. They've been attacking Election Commission. They're electing now the President of India. So, they don't take law seriously, and therefore nobody takes them seriously.
Okay, I want Mr. Alok Agarwal to respond on the point that Mr. Krishnamurthy made a little while earlier, which was that if the Election Commission has been notified and looked into it, then perhaps you can even talk about discrimination. The Madhya Pradesh case doesn't seem to have reached that stage.
No, look, let me tell you, when we filed this complaint on 4th July 2016, and after that, when we inquired, the Office of Governor told us very clearly that they have sent it to Election Commission. As per law, as per Article 191 of the Constitution, we can only file it before the governor, and then governor sent it to Election Commission for recommendation. But now, as per our information, it's lying before the Election Commission of India, the state unit of Election Committee. So they are not taking any decision. Actually, that is the reason. There are office of profit cases in all these states, whether it is Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Himachal, Haryana, or even in Punjab, which is ruled by Congress government. But there they are not taking any action. Or I think the election commission is biased. It's not now in doubt. As far as in Gujarat election also, they announced the date of counting first, and then they announced the date of voting. So the whole process is shady, and now it's very clear that election commission.
Just on a point on that, Mr. Agarwal, you have now challenged that in court. You've challenged what the election commission has recommended in court, and it will take its legal process. So, to make allegations here without any factual backing would perhaps not be the right way. But I do see a point of similarity between what Mr. Taneja and you are saying. Are both of you all agreeing today that it is time to relook Office of Profit, because every state seems to have a problem with it?
No. What I'm saying is that we filed this complaint 1.5 years before, and the governor had sent it to the election commission. But the now election commission is sitting on this complaint. They are not sending any recommendation. Even they are not rejecting it. So the thing is clear. They might be thinking that prima facie there is a case of rejection, but they don't have this power to reject, because if they reject 116 MLAs, if they disqualify 116 MLAs, the present BJP government will go. They don't have a majority after that. So it's a very serious issue.
All right. Let me come back to Mr. Krishnamurthy on the key point that you were making a little while earlier. And here I want you to explain to all of us that with Office of Profit having such an imprecise definition, no one is quite clear of what is an Office of Profit, what isn't. There are multiple exceptions. Do you think the time has come and the process should begin of re-looking at it, because it keeps getting used as a political tool at various points in time?
No, I agree. In fact, as I mentioned right at the beginning, most of these legislatures are exempting most of the posts from the Office of Profit. Yeah. And what is the purpose of having an Office of Profit disqualification when you don't, when you are trying to exempt almost every post that you create? So time has come for us to have a relook at the whole subject of Office of Profit. As far as the other point is concerned, he mentioned it is pending with the Election Commission for 1.5 years. I am not aware of it. If it is so, they must expedite the decision. They should not be keeping it with them. But I'm not very sure it has been referred to the Election Commission or not. Actually, this must be verified. But if it is referred to the Election Commission, I think Election Commission should give a decision at the earliest.
Well, that is a claim that the Aam Aadmi Party is making today, and it has not been verified independently. I must add that. But just one more point, Mr. Krishnamurthy. You said that it has been happening for quite some time. It is common that political parties blame the EC when they're not happy with the way things go. But in the current scenario, and the Aam Aadmi Party members spoke about Gujarat elections as well, this particular election commission has come in for quite a bit of criticism. Do you think there is a need for any steps to restore that confidence, or sort of answer to that criticism?
No. As far as the election commission is concerned, it has always been criticized by one party or the other whenever they have a grievance. We are not worried. At least I am not worried about it, because it has become a fashion to criticize in case the decision is not acceptable. But as far as the election commission itself, we have made a recommendation that all my appointments should be done by a collegium, as we do for CVC or for any other post, So it is necessary that a collegium should be brought in as far as the appointment is concerned. And as far as another point is concerned, the two election commissioners do not enjoy immunity that the chief election commissioner enjoys. So they have to be brought in for as far as impeachment is concerned. If there is anything pending against them, they cannot be removed unless by impeachment as the chief election commissioner. So these two changes, in my opinion, are required.
All right. So that is the bigger picture of Office of Profit. We'll leave it there, just with the point that Office of Profit has become more of a political tool. Aam Aadmi Party will be fighting it out in the Delhi High Court. As of now, they have, of course, lobbed the ball back to the BJP, saying that what about your 116 MLAs in Madhya Pradesh? And on equal footing, perhaps the EC will have to look at that issue in the same light as well, on common ground. Thank you so much, Mr. Taneja, Mr. Agarwal as well as Mr. Krishnamurthy for joining us this evening on Primetime Debate.